Former First Lady talks about abortion and has a diametrically different view than her husband in the Republican Party. She says a woman's fundamental right of individual liberty, her own life, grants her the authority to terminate her pregnancy if she wishes. It is imperative to guarantee that women have autonomy in deciding their preference of having children, free from any intervention or pressure from the government. Okay. 12-dimensional chess here, where you think that Melania Trump is in cahoots with the Trump campaign trying to muddy the waters on abortion, or just something she doesn't care what her husband thinks about?
I think Melania is making it very clear that she stands on the right side of justice as opposed to her husband. And so when we think about whether it be here in New York with Prop 1 or across the country and saying being opposed to an abortion ban, she is saying a woman should decide what to do with her body. Full stop. A man can be and should be a feminist at the same time, and she is making it very clear that a woman should decide what to do with her body. It is abundantly clear that this is not just a Democratic issue. This is an issue across the country. It is one of the fundamental reasons why Republicans have been losing since Trump has been on the ballot. It is another reason why a vice president will get elected this year.
But is it embarrassing for the Trump campaign, Maura, or can they point at this and say, big tent?
I think that you saw J.D. Vance change his tune at the VP debate, trying to talk about abortion in ways of we have to build back trust with women. I don't know that people necessarily believed it, given the fact that he's on record for saying that he would endorse a national ban. But I think what she's saying here, to me, and that's something that I've long believed, is it is a conservative message just to say that you don't want the federal government telling you what you can and can't do with your own body. That goes to a conservative belief of having a smaller, more accountable government. Yet the Republican Party has let it become so much so just a religious issue and feeding into the far right fringe, as opposed to what most of the country believes, which is this stance that we should have autonomy over our body and medical freedom for half the population.
I want to play